What's going on, guys? Welcome back into Lights Out Gaming. For those of you that are new here, my name is Mike, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing another personal video. One where I'm not talking about gaming or anything like that. This is one just to share some life stories, give you a few laughs, whatever the case might be. Never mind my wife Tabby back there. She is in the middle of a gaming session right now that I tried kicking her out of the room, and she wasn't having it. She said she was in a good lobby and she didn't want to leave it, so she's going to just hang out back there and do her thing while I do mine. So this video today is about this little thing right here, cell phones, technology. I wanted to share this story because it's about a trip that I made to the Apple Store. For those of you that have been to the Apple Store, you know it's hectic in there, but it's not even about that. I was the type back when the iPhone 1, like when it first came out, and even the second one for that matter, I was the type that I still had my, my flip phone. I think it was a Razr or something like that. And I still had that phone, and I refused to upgrade because I was like, I have my computer for internet browsing. I have, a laptop for all that stuff. What do I need that on my phone for? I told my friends I wasn't going to get one just because I didn't want to go with the trend, I guess. I finally gave in when the iPhone 3 came out. I'm not really sure why I bought one. I think it might have been my phone just broke. I don't really remember. I really can't remember. I think I just needed a new iPod. That's what it was. I needed a new iPod because my iPod wasn't working and I was frustrated. So I was like, okay, well, iPods and iPhones are pretty much the same cost. So I actually went on Craigslist and I found this iPhone 3 that was unlocked that could be used with T-Mobile, even though it wasn't made for T-Mobile at that time. And I put my SIM in there and I was able to use it as my iPod. And it just happened to be a phone. So obviously, you know where it went from there. I started using the phone as everything. My laptop was like literally barely ever used anymore. Like, your phone does everything that you need it to do. So we kind of forget how much our phone means to us. And I'll tell you why. This is the 6, but I had the iPhone 5 and the battery life on those was terrible. Like, if there's one complaint I had about these phones, it's that the battery life is not very good. So my friend Joe told me about that there was some recalls on some of the iPhone 5 batteries, and that I got mine when it first came out, so it might, mine might fall under that warranty. I called them. We don't have it in stock, but you have to come in and basically we have to check your phone to make sure it's not something else before we order that part. We might have it when you come in. So I go in there and they're like, okay, so it definitely is a defective battery. We don't have the part in stock. We have to order it, so we need you to come back. And mind you, the Apple Store is like almost an hour away from my house. So this is very inconveniencing. They ordered the part. They actually emailed me like literally like it was like a day later. They got a shipment in and they're like, okay, when can you come in? So I made an appointment on a Saturday. Stupid idea. If you have to go to the Apple Store, never, ever, ever make an appointment on a Saturday, okay? So I knew I had to work that day, and I got out, I think it was like 1 o'clock. So I made my appointment for there at 2. I ended up getting out of work a little bit early because I was like, hey, I want to get there early for my appointment so I can just get in there and get out. I want to get on with my Saturday. So I go there. I have to wait to check in, of course, because there's a million people there. And they're like, okay, so we're going to take your phone now, and we'll let you know when it's ready. Now, it should be about 45 minutes to an hour. It was at that point where I realized I don't know what I would do without this little device. I didn't know what to do. I hadn't eaten lunch yet, so I was like, all right, well, what am I going to do? I can't check my Twitter because that's my news source. I can't get text messages. I can't watch YouTube. Like, there were so many things that I felt like, oh my God, I cannot do, and I'm lost, all right? And I didn't have anybody with me. Tabby was working that day, and I just went straight from work, so I was by myself, right? No phone, nothing. I know I sound like I don't know what I sound like, but I sound like something bad. So I walk out, and for those of you that live in Illinois, it was at the Riverwalk. So I start walking, and I have no idea where anything is. So immediately I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. Let me see what is around here. I go to look. I don't have my phone. So then I was like, I wonder if I'd like this place. So I was like, oh, if I had my phone, I'd look up the menu to see if there's something that I'd want to order from here or not. So I walked into a place and they're like, oh, we don't do anything carry out, but we could have you sit down. And I was like, then I'm going to be forced to sit at a table by myself, which I don't like. And so I was just like, no, I'm good. So I decided to just keep walking around. I ended up stumbling upon like a Starbucks. I went in there and got a coffee just to give me something to do. And I go in the Starbucks and everybody's on their phones and their iPods and iPads, whatever. They're going through everything and I feel so lost. After my long journey of like, literally I went out for like a half hour. I had to go back because I was like, maybe they're done with my phone early. Maybe I can get it back early. So I go back they're like, okay, it hasn't been the hour yet. And I'm like, no, I just figured I'd come back and see if it was done early. Well, they knew exactly the type of person that I am, that I just needed my phone back. And it happened to take like literally a whole nother hour once I got there. But I sat there doing nothing, waiting for my phone. My point of this story is that I kind of forgot how much I relied upon technology and some of the things that you use your phone for. Like, you get to check your email, you get to watch your latest YouTube videos to who you're subscribed to, you get to check Twitter, for a lot of you check Facebook, check menus, check where things are, where you're at. There is so much, literally so much on your phone that you have that I just feel naked without it. That's the best way to put it. I know that when I was turning 30, a couple years ago, my wife actually tried, and this is even more attached to me now, but my wife, she tried getting my phone for a couple minutes because there were a few people that she was trying to invite to my surprise party that she didn't have numbers to. And she said that literally I never, ever, ever let go of my phone, and she wasn't able to get those numbers, so she had to go through some mutual friends to get their numbers, and it was just a big thing for her. But I just wanted to share that story with you guys today just to let you know, like, I don't know how, if you realize how much you count on technology, or do I count on it more than most? But I used to be the type where I was anti-technology. So I'd love for you to share with me in the comment section below if you guys are relying upon technology, if you aren't, if there's a similar story that you have, maybe some things that I was missing that you know that your phone does that I just forget about. I just thought it was a fun little personal story to share with you. If you guys did like it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. And go ahead, like I said, leave a comment. I'd love to interact with you guys. And I will be back on Thursday with the tips and tricks for you gamers out there. Until then, lights out.